What's going on, everybody? I'm Slav-in-a-tor-ski and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to actually go over a rifle for once. I know I've been just doing pistols lately because honestly they're easier to put in the camera here, but we're going to go over a new rifle I picked up. So I wanted something that I could plink with out at the range. It's a little bit easier and a little more affordable considering everything's so expensive these days. But we'll get straight in. Let me first go ahead and do my shameless plug. If you enjoy firearms reviews and video game content, things like that, gaming reviews or updates, feel free to subscribe. I try to put out videos as often as I can. The firearms this year, I think I'm going to do one every 2 weeks as far as reviews. I was at a bit of a breakneck pace for the most of last year where I did one a week, and I'm kind of running out of firearms, so I need to restock the funds, and then I can start getting out more content. Plus, I'm trying to do more actual shooting footage this year. But feel free to subscribe if you're looking forward to all of that. And if you do like any of my videos, give them a like. Those are always much appreciated. All right, now I'll quit begging. So, Thompson Center TCR 22. I wanted to pick up a 22 LR rifle that I could plink with out at the range or out in the woods if need be. And I didn't want to pay as much money for the Ruger 1022, which I have had one in the past. So I went with the Thompson Center. It had a rebate. Rebates do work on me. I do buy things for rebates, so yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for that. But also, this has a lot of features that the Ruger 1022 does not have right out of the box. And I'm going to be comparing this to the Ruger 1022 a lot. You'll see why as we go on. But like usual, let's hop straight in on the box. Nothing special in the box. You have some nice artwork, but it's just cardboard, nothing crazy. We had to get it all tied up here. Limited lifetime warranty through them. There's all the Thompson Center information. But you don't care about that. Let's see. As usual, you have all your barcodes and stuff on the side. So in the box, this is what it's going to look like. Open it up, and here is the 22. Put that in front right now. And after that, you are going to get, I did buy this from Shooter's World. When you buy firearms from Shooter's World, I bought it in one in Tampa, but there are other locations, Orlando and a few others. You get a lifetime warranty on any firearms you buy in Shooter's World. So if you wonder why you pay a little bit extra sometimes, you can actually claim the warranty in Shooter's World. Alright, so here's everything else that comes with it. All your paperwork, protect your investment, yada yada. ATF, handgun notice, and then you have the instruction manual. So let's look at that. Looks kind of like a leaflet. Have some red and black. You have nice photos. They're not full color, just black and white with some red, but not bad. Not a bad book. Excuse me. All right. Other thing you get in the box is the lockdown cable lock. So it's not a Thompson Center or Smith & Wesson branded cable lock. It's just one that they, I guess, have a contract deal with. So I'm going to toss that back in the box because I don't need that out right now. Toss all this stuff back in the box. We'll get that out of the way. And let's see. Put this down. I'm playing with that box too much. Sorry. And here is the actual Thompson Center itself. So what I'm going to do is set up the video to where I can get a little bit of a closer look on it, get everything off. Actually, while I'm still here, let's show the little artwork that they have surrounding this. Tells you everything you need to know. Reel sold separately, it says. I believe that means for the bottom here. Pick that up online. Adjustable optics. Magpul branded, yada yada. Okay. So I'll put that off to the side. I'll get all that stuff out of it, and we'll be right back. And spoiler part, I know I said I put it in the video, but I also want to show it here. That little paper piece on the front did have the thread pitch. It's 1/2 by 28. That's what I thought it was earlier in the video, and I know I probably put it up in there in text, but I just wanted to show that it is on there too, and I confirmed it. Alright, so for this part of the video I wanted to actually go over the magazines. This is the original Thompson Center magazine that came with the firearm, and I purchased the Ruger 1022 value pack for theirs. So I want to show you compare the two and show you that these will work in the Thompson Center firearm. In fact, this TCR 22 will take most accessories that will work for the Ruger 1022. It's almost interchangeable completely, which is pretty cool. So let's pop one of these out of here. We only need one. Alright, so Ruger 1022, Thompson Center TCR 22. Let's check on the top. So blue is Thompson Center, red is Ruger. And forgive the dirtiness on here, you see that? I'm gonna wipe that off. Alright. So you'll see on top, pretty much identical. I don't see too many differences. You have some writing there. Press lever to load. Here on the back, you'll see that the Thompson Center one is clear, so you can see your loaded rounds. On the bottom, a little bit different in the writing, that's really about it. On the front, pretty much identical, if my hands will cooperate. There we go. But you'll notice on the side you have this little guy right here hanging out. You see how that kind of messes with it there. So I brought out some 22 ammo. I just have a bag of the cheap stuff. And I wanted to load these and show the difference between the two. I'm just going to load 5 in each magazine, so you're not sitting here all day watching me load magazines, because we know how entertaining that is. There's 5 over there. And 5 over here, 1 for each one. Alright, so for the Ruger magazine, you see the little notches right there, the little openings. That's so you can get that rimmed cartridge in there, push it down, push it back. Pretty easy to load, no real problems. 1022 magazines have always been pretty easy. This one is brand new, so I have a bad tendency when I load these. I push down here and I pull up here, and I have actually ripped the bullet out of the casing before. So I would say be careful. You don't want to waste a bullet. Even though it is a 22 bullet, you still don't want to waste it. You see that is brand new. I do have an accessory that I'm going to put up in another video that will help with that. Because, you know me, I'm always trying new things. Alright, so here is the Thompson Center magazine. Same thing, you have a notch. A little bit different. Alright, so I read the instructions. I know I actually had to do it. I'm a nerd. And figured out this loads a little bit differently as I throw it on the ground from the Ruger magazine. Ruger's just load it and go. So for this one, you actually, that little dongle, see that little thing rotating on the inside when I push this? This is the press lever to load. This is the load assist button. So you're supposed to push that, hold that down before you put any rounds into this firearm, or into this magazine, and you drop them in and push them back. So keep that held down, drop it in, push it back, and you'll notice it keeps it nice and steady on the top. And then same with every other round after that. You don't necessarily have to hold it down on those. It starts loading correctly. But I believe that is what they had to do in order to get the last round bolt hold open feature into these magazines. And there we go. But once you do that for the first round, they all load in very quickly. I think the Ruger 1022 magazines are easier to load, a little bit faster in my opinion, because you don't have to worry about that load assist. And with a 1022 or 22 rifle, I don't necessarily worry too much about last round bolt hold open, because I'm just going to load another magazine and charge the handle anyways. But that's the comparison between the two magazines. Oh, and that's right, I wanted to show that the Ruger magazines will fit in the rifle. So I have I forgot another one that's not loaded. All right, see here, unloaded. They fit right in, and they charge. But as you see, no last round bolt hold open, but I'm perfectly fine with that. So, not bad at all. You can get these 3 packs on sale for pretty much most websites. I think I went to Gun Zone deals when I did it. And do I have the bigger magazines? So for the people that were curious about larger magazines and if they would fit, I don't know, sorry, I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera, but I have things stashed in different places. So if you wanted to get the BX25 magazines, same concept. They fit right in, a little wobble, but after they're in, you can charge, no problems at all. And they're easy to pull out. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, why am I just showing the barrel of the gun? This is weird, it looks odd. Well, I wanted to show how that threading works. Since it is 1/2 by 28, we'll just go ahead and take that thread protector off. So it comes right off there. And this is the perfect firearm to be a suppressor host. Here is my Radical 22LR suppressor. Yes, I have a can. I actually have a couple cans. I just haven't shown them on the channel yet. So you see right here, threads right on. There we go. And let me do this so you can get a better view. Prop this up. We're going to zoom out. You can see my mess. And there we go. You get the tiny little can on the end there. And now you have a suppressed 22 rifle. Not bad at all. Yes, the review is pending on this can. And yes, I do have the form for it and everything, tax stamp, all that. So this is a great option if you want a nice suppressor host. Alright, now it's time for everybody's favorite portion of the videos that I have. It is time to weigh this thing and justify my scale purchase on Amazon. And you tell me if you like this portion or not. It seems like people seem to enjoy it. Alright, so here's what's the deal. I have an empty magazine. I'm using the Ruger ones. I have a fully loaded magazine that's 10 rounds of 22 LR. And I have the rifle. So what we're going to do is weigh all of it and show you kind of what you're dealing with as far as weight goes. Alright, so first off, we're going to take the rifle. You see it's empty, there's nothing in there. We're going to weigh it by itself. 4 pounds, 3.6 ounces. Let's toss in that empty magazine just for fun. £4 pounds, 5.6 ounces. Fully loaded 10 round magazine. Loaded. We are looking at 4 pounds, 6.8 ounces. So let's check out those magazines, see how much they weigh. Empty mag. Almost 2 ounces exactly. Location doesn't change that. Alright. Fully loaded 10 round mag. 3.1 ounces. So adds a little over 50% of the weight to fully load the magazine. And the magazines are really light to begin with. Alright, so for this portion of the video, we're going to go over disassembly to clean, basically. So anytime you need to clean this thing so it doesn't stop working on you. Alright, so what you need is an Allen wrench or Allen key. Let's make that focus correctly. This is a 5 by 32. Alright, so just put that in there and unscrew this screw. Let's get that out of there. I don't know if I could just do that with my fingers. Nope. There's no grip on the sides, so you'll probably need the Allen wrench. All right. So that is good. I think that is captured. Yeah, it's designed to stay in the stock. I have the instructions here too, so I'm watching them while I do this. All right, so we're gonna flip it over. What that does is that loosens the stock from the actual barrel and the receiver portion. So on the bottom here, you have the safety button. You know, red is dead, yellow is safe. You're gonna hold that in a center position so it's kind of 50-50. While you hold that centered, you're going to lift the whole portion of the firearm out, barrel first. Now, let me show you why you center that. If you don't center it, that will get in the way of the stock on either side. But if you center it, it will actually squeeze through the stock. So let's do that again. Lift that out and clear. And that's it. It's one Allen wrench. And here's the mag pull stock that's on it. Not much to it. This thing is incredibly light. I mean, there's nothing to the weight. Let's see where it's balanced at. It's balanced right where the trigger is. So that's good balancing on the stock. All right, you don't care about balance. Let's move on. All right, so here we have the barrel, trigger group, trigger assembly. And here you can get into the bolt if you need to. Clean that out. You can put a bore brush in there. All of that to clean it. Cleaning up everything around here. Now, if you wanted to, I generally don't do this, but you could do further assembly to actually take the rest of all of this apart. Now, so what that is you can pop out the bolt stop pin here and the trigger group pins, and this will actually allow the whole trigger housing to come out. You can take that apart if you want to in order to clean it. Like I said, I don't necessarily need to. And these pins aren't exactly tight. I'm doing that with my finger. These ones are a little tighter, so you probably have to bash those out. But that's all you need to do. Pop these 3 pins, and this whole portion right here comes right out, and you can put it right back in. So to put it back together, it is simply the opposite of what you did to take it apart. Drop it in, make sure that safety's still on half, and let's show you this portion. You can see where that screw goes in right there. So drop it in, safety's still in the halfway position, and you're going to rock it in like that. Drop it down, safety on to lock it, and then you're just going to screw that Allen wrench right back in, or screw the screw back in with the Allen wrench. Just give it a little snug. Boom, there we go. And that's it. Very easy to take this apart and clean it and disassemble it. And if you needed to in the field, that would be good. You might want to keep an Allen wrench with you, just in case. But I don't see too many problems with that. And if you really did run into an issue, see, here's my book. You could use, you would probably have to bring it home and use the Allen key. But honestly, these things are so much in abundance, and every single optic, regardless how expensive you buy, comes with one of these. Just keep one with you. Toss it in your range bag just in case. It's no big deal. Alright, and here we are. Here's the basic setup of how I wanted the rifle to be. Just a simple scope, a CV Life 1 I purchased off Amazon. Nothing crazy. 22 doesn't generally mess up scopes too bad, so this one's like $30 scope, nothing crazy. I wanted the extra magazine in there because nobody likes to reload, so I can shoot longer. And we have the suppressor on the end. This is the nice setup I plan on having for the range, out in the woods, everything like that. I think it's a very easy and nice setup to have. And especially at the cost of the firearm, magazines and everything, you can buy all the accessories. So let's get a good look at everything there. I'm having to move my whole body just to get this thing in view. But simple setup. I think everyone should take a look at it and see if that's something they want to get into, because honestly, with the cost, I highly suggest getting into it. It's a perfect suppressor host. It's a beautiful rifle, I think. And you really can't beat 22 these days. It's the only thing that's really affordable to shoot anymore, considering that 9mm is now up to 50 rounds, or $50 for a 30 round box. Or, I'm sorry, it is 50 rounds for a 50 round box. Had a brain dying moment there. But I think this is a nice setup. I do want to get a bipod for the front of it, just so I don't have to use the ranges set up for a bipod or anything to lean it on. Put a sling on it, and I think it's good to go. It doesn't need too much more other than that, but I'm very happy with it, and this is something I definitely want to break out to the range and get more footage on. Look forward to seeing that can a little bit more in the future, guys. But that's it. That's all I have to show off today. If anyone out there was curious, my gnomes are still here. I just have them hiding out up top. We'll put them back in view. Can't have my gnomes go away. But that's all for today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe. I have more coming. And if you like this one, I could always use that like. And we are at 850 subscribers today. And the date that I'm filming this is January the 4th of 2021. So I'm at 850 subscribers. That is awesome. I didn't even think we'd get this high right at the beginning of the year. So the next goal is to push to 1,000 subscribers by March. So first quarter, 1,000 subscribers, I think we could do that. That would be awesome, and I'll have a little special treat to share with everybody if we do that. But that's all for today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Remember, stay safe. It's the beginning of the new year. You don't want to start anything negatively. So stay safe, keep your family safe, do everything you got to do to better yourself this year, and we'll talk to you again in the next video. Take it easy, guys.